A World Nonprofit Medical Job and Volunteer Guide. Chapter 1. World Nonprofit Medical Jobs. Nonprofit World Medical Health Organizations. Most of the healthcare in poor countries is substandard. The big government and quasi-governments World Health Organizations don't really help much. It's all show. The real help comes from the nonprofit health organizations, a lot of which are religious. Health aid doesn't usually include food relief and money spent on water supply and sanitation projects, although these activities have important health benefits. Here's a list of some of them. AAMC.org, Association of American Medical Colleges. AAP.org, American Academy of Pediatrics. ADARC.org, the Aaron Diamond AIDS Research Center, the world's largest independent research center that is devoted solely to HIV/AIDS research. agora.stm.it/politics/c-landmines.htm, campaign against anti-personnel landmines. AmericanHeart.org, American Heart Association. Amnesty.org, Amnesty International Online. AMRF.com, American Medical Resources Foundation. apollo.m.eheim-u.ac.jp/ghdnet, the Global Health Disaster Network, Department of Emergency Medicine, Ehime University. Arthritis.org, American Arthritis Foundation. ASDMH.org/jobs.html, Jobs and Meetings, American Society of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene. Bandage-international.org. brown.edu/departments/world_hunger_program/hungerweb/managers.html, HungerWeb. Cancer.org, American Cancer Society. Care.org, Care International, headquartered in Brussels. CatholicRelief.org, Catholic Relief Services, CRS. CFF.org, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Charity.org, International Service Agencies. ChristianMedical.org, Christian Medical Missions Incorporated. CMMB.org, Catholic Medical Mission Board, CMMB, a medical relief agency, provides international health care for Third World relief. COE.tamc.amd.army.mil, Center of Excellence in Disaster Management and Humanitarian Assistance. Colorado.edu/hazards, hazards, U. of Kernel. ConcernFoundation.org, the Concern Foundation for Cancer Research. CPAR.ca, Canadian Physicians for Aid and Relief. CPHF.org, Medical Research, Nonprofit Organization, Upper Marlborough, MD. CrossCulturalSolutions.org, Cross-Cultural Solutions, India, Africa, and Latin America volunteer overseas in humanitarian service programs. Crossnet.org. CTMF.edu, the Central Texas Medical Foundation. CUA.edu/www/org/palotti/welcome.htm, the St. Vincent Pallotti Center. devdir.org, has lists of organizations free. Docs.org, Docs is a Christian-based organization that links U.S. volunteer physicians with African national physicians to exchange medical techniques. DoctorsOfTheWorld.org, Doctors of the World homepage. EastAfricaFoundation.org, East Africa Medical Assistance Foundation. EBKids.org, Epidermolysis Bullosa Medical Research Foundation, the EBMRF is a volunteer, nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping medical scientists learn more about EB, its causes, the development of successful treatments. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/world_medical_relief. FAO.org, Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. FDNcenter.org, the Foundation Center Online. Freefromhunger.org, Freedom from Hunger. Fundraising.co.uk/nfp_resources.html, UK fundraising, other charity and non-profit resources. German-doctors.de, German doctors for developing countries. GHNU.org, Global Health Network, U, a charity not-for-profit non-governmental organization, Uganda. GHSNLLC.com, Global Health Services Network, GHSN, is an international management and consulting firm that works with healthcare organizations throughout the world. GlendaleMemorial.com, Glendale Memorial Hospital 346-bed Regional Referral Center. GlobalIssues.org/issue/587/health-issues. Governanceinstitute.com, comprehensive solutions for nonprofit hospital boards. halfachild.com. healthlink.org.uk, HealthLink homepage. hhc.org/volunteer, Houston County Volunteer Medical Clinic. hoshi.cic.sfu.ca/hazard/operations/response.html, emergency response and support organizations. hrw.org/research/gen.html, Human Rights Watch reports. IAMA.org, the Indo-American Medical Association, IAMA, of Oregon. IAMAT.org, a non-profit organization that provides medical information for countries around the world. ibs-net.com/acr/index.htm, African Christian Relief. icrc.org, International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC. icrc.org, International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC. Idealist.org, Action Without Borders homepage. idrc.ca, the International Development Research Centre is a public corporation created by the Canadian government to help communities in the developing world. ifrc.org, International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement. imc-law.com/imcempl3.htm, jobs with the International Medical Corps. imglobal.com, International Medical Group. imvia.org, International Medical Volunteers. info.usaid.gov, United States Agency for International Development. info.usaid.gov/hum_response/OFDA, USAID Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance. jade-mtn.com/index.html, Jade Mountain Appropriate Technology. komen.org, Breast Cancer Research. lshtm.ac.uk/courses.htm, Studies at the London School of Health, Tropical Medicine. lungusa.org, American Lung Association. map.org, MAP International Relief and Development. mda.org, Muscular Dystrophy Association. medicalteams.org, Christian Global Health, Medical Teams. mennonitecc.ca/mcc/index.html, Mennonite Central Committee. metronc.com, Medical Quarterly, Nonprofit Innovation. mmint.org, Medical Ministry International. mmrf.org, Minneapolis Medical Research Foundation. msf.ca, Doctors Without Borders. msf.org, Médecins Sans Frontières, MSF, provides health aid to. msf.org, Médecins Sans Frontières. Nonprofits.org, Internet Nonprofit Center. nt1.ids.ac.uk/eldis/dev/dev.htm, Eldis Development Education and Environmental Education homepage. oneworld.org. oneworld.org/jobs, oneworldjobs. operationsmile.org. oxfam.org, Oxfam. PAHO.org, Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, serves as the regional field office for WHO in the Americas. PAHO.org, Pan American Health Organization. Pathfind.org, Pathfinder. Peacefire.org/PABAC, PABAC. pedccm.wstl.edu/ichealth.html, pedccm, International Child Health. pit.edu/GHDnet/GHDnet, the Global Health Disaster Network. po.com/web.html, Physicians Online. Polyme.it. projhope.org, Project Hope. refintl.org, Refugees Internation. refugeesinternational.org. reliefweb.int, reliefweb, complex emergencies. reliefweb.int/resource/related.html, reliefweb related sites. shrinershospitals.org, Shriners Children's Hospitals. CIDA.se, CIDA grants. stjude.org, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. talquk.org, talc, teaching aids at low cost, books and educational materials. Free and low cost books and educational materials to healthcare workers across the globe. theglobalhealthnetwork.com. themedicalexperts.org/list-of-non-profit-hybrid-organizations-their-missions-and-visions. travel.ihi.dk, International Health Insurance Denmark. UN.org, United Nations. UNDP.org, United Nation Development Programme, UNDP. UNHCR.ch, UN High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR. UNHCR.ch, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. UNICEF.org, Children's Emergency Fund. UNICEF.org, the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. UNICEF.org, United Nations Children's Fund. UNICEFUSA.org, Children's Emergency. UNV.org, United Nations Volunteers. Victims of War and Natural Disasters. virtualfoundation.org, the Virtual Foundation. Vita.org, Volunteers in Technical Assistance. wcco.com. web.co.za/Mandela/children, Nelson Mandela's Children Foundation. wfp.org, World Food Programme, WFP. who.org, World Health Organization, WHO, is the premier international health organization. who.org, World Health Organization. worldbank.org, World Bank. worldbank.org.cn/english/business/ngo/ngo.htm, World Bank Small Grants Program. worldvision.org, Children Food. www.ja.sps.cam.ac.uk/jposts.htm, Journal of Humanitarian Assistance Positions Wanted and Available. www.wds.worldbank.org, World Bank Development Sources. WHO-related initiatives. who.in/pmnch/n, Partnership for Maternal, Newborn, and Child Health, PMNCH. Global organizations. globalhealthstrategies.com, Global Health Strategies. Public health organizations. wffa.org, World Federation of Public Health Associations, WFA. Climate and Health Alliance.org, Global Climate and Health Alliance, GCHA. International Youth Health Organization, YHO. IOGT.org, IOGT International. escmid.org/profession_career/trainee_association_of_ESCMID, Trainee Association of ESCMID. Medical Associations. 1ca.net, World Organization of Family Doctors, WONCA. Chapter 2. World Medical Volunteering Websites. World Medical Volunteering Websites. 1. imvia.org, International Medical Volunteers. redcross.org. Center for International Disaster Information, CIDI, Disaster Assistance Registration Database. cidi.org/?disaster+assistance+registration+database. Heart to Heart International. heart2heart.org. International Medical Corps, IMC. imcworldwide.org. Remote Area Medical Volunteer Corps, RAM, Volunteer Corps. ramisa.org/volunteer. Volunteers in Medicine, VIM. volunteersinmedicine.org, msf.org.au, Medicine Sans Frontières, MSF, Australia Doctors Without Borders, aafp-foundation.org/humanitarian/fmcinternational.html, aana.com/professional practice/volunteerism/pages/default.aspx, abroaderview.org, abroaderview.org/program/medical-dental, africa.isp.msu.edu/ncsa/voltaire.htm, africanimpact.com/volunteer-projects, agape-volunteers.com/program-details/465-846-Kenya-medical, ama-association.org, physician volunteers, ama-association.org, volunteer opportunities for physicians, amc.edu/patient/volunteer, anchorhospital.org/education/international-medical-volunteers, anchorhospital.org/support/volunteer, animalexperienceinternational.com/nepal.html, apta.org/pro bono/international, arcatsida.org, 0L43724451, AIDS volunteer, France, asha.org Member Center International Resources, asdmh.org/jobs.html, jobs and meetings, American Society of Tropical Medicine, and aviema.org/advocaki/international/pages/international, babyheart.org/volunteer, babyheart.org/volunteer/medical-volunteers, bamboo-gvn.org, bamboo-gvn.org/volunteer/program.php, brynmawr.edu/healthpro/volunteer.html, career.berkeley.edu/health/intnl, careers.internationalmedicalcorps.org, carolinashealthcare.org/about-us/community-benefit, cdc.gov/global-health/employment/volunteering.htm, cfhi.org, chop.edu/centers-program/international-medicine, christianvolunteering.org/world-medical-relief.jsp, cmmb.org, Catholic Medical Mission, crossculturalsolutions.org, crossculturalsolutions.org, Cross-Cultural Solutions, India, Africa, and Latin America volunteer overseas in humanitarian service programs. DoctorsOfTheWorld.org, Doctors of the World homepage, doctorsreview.com/volunteer, dosubpa.blogspot.com/2014/04/international-volunteer, EastAfricaFoundation.org, East Africa Medical Assistance Foundation, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/volunteer_travel, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/volunteering, espnwos.com/volunteer-opportunities, facebook.com/hofstraviamedical, facebook.com/medigames, feedthechildren.org/act/volunteer/volunteer-around-the-world, fimrc.org/ghvp, fimrc.org/volunteer, fimrc.org/volunteer-programs. Find volunteer programs working in healthcare overseas. Read reviews and alumni interviews. Only at FlyingSamaritans.org. Fonda Tion Claude Popidou.asso.fr, 0140137500, Help the Sick, Elderly, and Disabled, France. Gapmedics.co.uk. gapeyear.com/volunteering/career-development/medical/list. geiselmed.dartmouth.edu/whvo/catalog. gettingtoknowtheworld.com/tag/medical-volunteering. ghi.wisc.edu/education/volunteer-opportunities. GI.org Physician Resources International Volunteerism Guide. GlobalCrossroad.com. globalhealth.washington.edu/connect/internships-and-volunteering. globalsurveyscore.org/site/Cambodia-international-health. globalsurveyscore.org/site/Tanzania-international-health. globalsurveyscore.org/site/Thailand-international-health. globalvolunteers.org. goabroad.com/volunteer. goabroad.com/volunteer-abroad/search/medicine. goco.org/tag/medical-volunteering. goco.org/tag/teenage-volunteering. goodnet.org/article/397. World Medical Volunteering websites too. gooverseas.com. gooverseas.com/g/medical-volunteer-programs-abroad-top. gooverseas.com/volunteer-abroad/health. gosprout.org, 888-222-9575, help developmentally disabled people with therapeutic recreation. gouldfarm.org, Farm of Mentally Ill People, Monterey, MA. gviusa.com/international-volunteer. gviusa.com/volunteer-abroad. gviusa.com/volunteer-abroad/projects. gviusa.com/volunteer-international. hcfriends.org.uk, Hospital and Community Friends. healthcarevolunteer.com. healthcarevolunteer.com/about us. healthcarevolunteer.com/volunteers/international_insurance. healthsurvey.org, Medical Missionary. hearttoheart.org/volunteer. hopkinsmedicine.org/eb communityaffairs/volunteer.html. humanipeoplitopeople.org Visions in Action. hvousa.org. hvousa.org, Health Volunteers Overseas. hvousa.org/ourwork/program/internal-medicine. hvousa.org/ourwork/program/physical-therapy. Hygiene. itches.com/jobs. idealist.org/info/volunteer/resources/travel. ifrevolunteers.org/india/work_in_health_project.php. ihcv.org. imc-law.com/imcempl3.htm, jobs with the International Medical Corps. imvia.org/pages/volufrm.htm. innisfreevillage.org, 434-823-5400, Therapeutic Community, Crozet, VA. internationalmedicalcorps.org. internationalmedicalcorps.org.uk/volunteer. internationalmedicalcorps.org/volunteer. internationalmedicalrelief.org. internationalvolunteer.ada.org. ironman.com/america/ironman/world-championship/volunteer.aspx. isvolunteers.org. japanheart.org/n. library.um.edu/ihoc, International Healthcare Volunteer Opportunities. lighthouse.org, help visually impaired people. lighthouse-sf.org, help visually impaired people, San Francisco. lightthenight.org, 800-955-4572, leukemia. linkedin.com/title/international-health-volunteer. linkedin.com/title/international-medical-volunteer. marco-ltd.blogspot.com, Medical Amateur Radio Council. maryland.va.gov/giving/volunteer.asp. mead.ucsd.edu/program/volunteer_opportunities. medicalaid.org. medicalmissions.org. medicalreservecorps.gov, the Civilian Volunteer Medical Reserve Corps. medicalteams.org. medicalteams.org/take-action/volunteer. medicalteams.org/take-action/volunteer/international-volunteering. memorialhermann.org Texas Medical Center. mercycorps.org. mercyships.org. mercyships.org, 800-882-0887. mercyships.org/volunteer. msf.org, Medical Personnel Volunteers. nomadicmat.com/travel-blog/volunteer-abroad. nursing-society.org/international volunteer opportunities. newyorktimes.com/2014/09/health/ebola-doctor-shortage-eases-as. ohi.org.au/faqs.html. omnim.org. oneworld.org/jobs, oneworld-jobs. oneworld365.org/medical-volunteering. operationsmile.org/act-now/volunteer. patchadams.org. pscore.gov/volunteer/what-volunteers-do. pedccm.wstl.edu/international/volunteers.html, International Child Health Volunteers. petersons.com/public health internship volunteer.aspx. projecthope.org/get-involved/volunteer. projects-abroad.ca Projects Medicine and Healthcare. projects-abroad.co.uk. Medicine and Healthcare. projects-abroad.com.au Projects Medicine and Healthcare. projects-abroad.org. Intern Abroad Medicine and Healthcare. projects-abroad.org/medical. psr.org, Physicians for Social Responsibility. quakerinfo.org. qva.org.uk, Quaker Voluntary Action. raceforthecure.com, 800-462-9273, Breast Cancer. rad-aid.org/resource-center/medical-volunteer-opportunities. realgap.co.uk/medical-volunteering. redcross.org.uk First World War. redcross.org/volunteer/volunteer/volunteer internationally. rescue.org/volunteer. rundisney.com/volunteer. rundisney.com/volunteer/Disney World-Marathon. rusticvolunteers.org. samaritanspurse.org/medical/serve-with-world-medical. samaritanspurse.org/what-we-do/volunteer. savethechildren.org.uk. serviceleader.org/volunteers/international. state.gov. General Job Search Guidance. unitedplanet.org. unitedplanet.org/healthcare-volunteer-abroad. unitedplanet.org/teen-volunteer-abroad. uniteforsight.org/volunteer-abroad. universalgiving.org/volunteer. World Medical Volunteering Websites 3. unv.org. usaid.gov/ebola/volunteers. usnews.com/education/best-graduate-schools/top-medical-schools. vfp.org. vimaonline.org. visioninaction.org Institute for International. volunteer.va.gov/studentprogram.asp. volunteerafrica.com. volunteercard.com. volunteerforever.com. volunteerforever.com/article_post/medical-volunteer. volunteerforever.com/article_post/medical-volunteer-abroad. volunteerhq.org. volunteerhq.org/medical and health. volunteerhq.org/volunteer-abroad-programs. volunteeringindia.com. volunteeringzoelutians.com. volunteeringzolutians.com/volunteer. Volunteerinternational.org, International Volunteer Programs Association, IVPA. Volunteermatch.org. Volunteermatch.org/search/index.jsp?r=MSA categories =11 Volunteermatch.org/search/org27688.jsp. Volunteermatch.org/search/org32954.jsp. Volunteermatch.org/search/org64122.jsp. Volunteersaroundtheworld.org. Volunteersaroundtheworld.org/about-us/medical-outreach-chapters. Volunteersinhealthcare.org. VSOinternational.org. VSOinternational.org/volunteering/volunteering-pro. womenforworldhealth.org/violunter.aspx. worktheworld.com. worktheworld.com/medical-internships. worldendeavors.com/program/volunteer-in-Thailand. worldmedicalfund.org/volunteer. worldmedicalrelief.org/volunteer. worldmedicalrelief.org/volunteer #. worldpediatricproject.org/ways-to-help/volunteer. worldrelief.org/volunteer. worldvision.org, worldvision.org.uk. worldvolunteerweb.org/browse/sectors/health.html. worldvolunteerweb.org/news-view/doc/volunteering-a-must. wp.stolaf.edu/pre-health/international-humanitarian-opportunities. wvi.org/health/medical-service-volunteer-msv-program. ugo.org/clinics.htm. World Medical Volunteering websites for Catholic Medical Mission Board. 10 West 17th Street. NYC 10011 to 5765. 212-242-7757. Fax, 212-807-9161. Healthcare Volunteers. Direct Relief International. POB 30820. Santa Barbara, California 93130. 805-687-3694. Medical Help Worldwide. Doctors Without Borders / Médecins Sans Frontières. 6 East 39th Street. 8th floor. New York, New York 10016. 212-679-6800. Fax, 212-679-7016. DoctorsWithoutBorders.org. Delivers emergency medical care. Global Volunteers. 375 East Little Canada Road. St. Paul, Minnesota 55117. 800-487-1074. GlobalVolunteers.org. Health Volunteers Overseas, HVO. POB 65157. Washington, D.C. 20035. 202-296-0928. Fax, 202-296-8018. hvo@aol.com. hvausa.org. International Eye Foundation. 7801 Norfolk Avenue. Bethsaida, Maryland 20814. 301-986-1830. Help the Blind Worldwide. Lalmba Association. 7685 Quartz Street. Arvado, Colorado 80007. 303-420-1810. Fax, 303-467-1232. Medical Clinics Worldwide. Buffalo Tours. 94 Mame Street. Hoan Kiem. Hanoi, Vietnam. 844382800702. buffalotours.com. Cornerstone Foundation. 90, Burns Avenue. POG 242. San Ignacio. Cayo District. Belize. Cornerstone Foundation Belize.org. El Ghana. Block H, Plot 11. Patasi Kumasi. Ghana. 233 24 488 9146. elghana.com. Fiji Aid International. 5764 Terrace Drive. Rockland, California 95765. 916-848-0270. FijiAidInternational.com. Gesundheit. Institute. Box 268. Hillsboro, West Virginia 24946. 304-653-4338. patchadams.org. Los Medicos Voladores. POG 5172. Fair Oaks, California 95628. 800-585-4568. FlyingDocs.org. Medical Aid East Timor. 213 North 5th Street. Madison, Wisconsin 53704. 608-241-2473. 8astdmore.org. Mercy Corps. 3030 Southwest 1st Avenue. Portland, Oregon 97291. 503-242-1032. Fax, 503-796-6844. Many projects worldwide. Peaceworks Medical Volunteer Program. 305 Washington Street, SW. Blacksburg, Virginia 24060. 540-953-1376. Fax, 540-552-0119. Peacework.org. Project Hope. Health Sciences Education Center. Millwood, Virginia 22646. 540-837-2100. Fax, 540-837-1813. projhope.org. Volunteers to help improve health clinics worldwide. redcross.org. 800-448-3543. Travelers Worldwide. STE2A. Caravel House. 1719 Goring Road. Worthing, West Sussex. BN 124AP. England. 44190-350-2595. TravelersWorldwide.com. Turtleville. Box 1147. Carefree, Arizona 85377. 888-299-1439. 480-488-3688. Turtlewill.org. World Medical Volunteering Websites 5. africanews.org, Africa News. Angola.org/relief/e_inter.htm, Angola org abbreviations. army.mil/library/bib/ootw.htm, Operation Other Than War, Bibliography. earthscan.co.uk/search.html, Earthscan Complete Catalog Search. healthlink.org.uk/pubs.html, HealthLink Worldwide produces practical publications. PAO.org, Pan American Health Organization, PAHO. UNHCHR.ch, United Nations Human Rights Website. who.org/home/info.html, World Health Organization Information Sources. worldbank.org/html/exdpb/index.htm, World Bank Publications. www.ja.sps.cam.ac.uk/jabout1.htm, Journal of Humanitarian Assistance Contents page. www.ja.sps.cam.ac.uk/jbooks.htm number sign jbooks_htm, Journal of Humanitarian Assistance UK, Books. jha.sps.cam.ac.uk/jref.htm, Journal of Humanitarian Assistance Contents page. World Medical Volunteering Websites 6. redcross.org. gapmedics.com/UK, gapmedics. planmygapyear.co.uk/medical-volunteer-abroad-projects, Plan My Gap Year. Center for International Disaster Information, CIDI, Disaster Assistance Registration Database. cidi.org/?disaster+assistance+registration+registration+database. Heart to Heart International. hearttoheart.org. International Medical Corps, IMC. imcworldwide.org. Remote Area Medical Volunteer Corps, RAM, Volunteer Corps. ramisa.org/volunteer. Volunteers in Medicine, VIM. volunteersinmedicine.org. volunteersinhealthcare.org. medicalreservecorps.gov, the Civilian Volunteer Medical Reserve Corps. marco-ltd.blogspot.com, Medical Amateur Radio Council. patchadams.org. mercycorps.org. arcatsida.org, 0L43724451, AIDS Volunteer, France. cmmb.org, Catholic Medical Mission. flying-samaritans.org. fondati-claude-popidou.asso.fr, 0140137500, Help the Sick, Elderly, and Disabled, France. GoSprout.org, 888-222-9575, Help developmentally disabled people with therapeutic recreation. GouldFarm.org, Farm of Mentally Ill People, Monterey, MA. hcfriends.org.uk, Hospital and Community Friends. healthsurvey.org, Medical Missionary. hvousa.org, Health Volunteers Overseas. innisfreevillage.org, 434-823-5400, Therapeutic Community, Crozet, VA. lighthouse.org, Help Visually Impaired People. lighthouse-sf.org, Help Visually Impaired People, San Francisco. lightthenight.org, 800-955-4572, Leukemia. mercyships.org, 800-882-0887. msf.org, Medical Personnel Volunteers. psr.org, Physicians for Social Responsibility. omnim.org. quakerinfo.org. qva.org.uk, Quaker Voluntary Action. raceforthecure.com, 800-462-9273, Breast Cancer. savethechildren.org.uk. worldvision.org, worldvision.org.uk. ugo.org/clinics.htm. Catholic Medical Mission Board. 10 West 17th Street. NYC 10011 to 5765. 212-242-7757. Fax, 212-807-9161. Healthcare Volunteers. Direct Relief International. POG 30820. Santa Barbara, California 93130. 805-687-3694. Medical Help Worldwide. Doctors Without Borders / Médecins Sans Frontières. 6 East 39th Street. 8th floor. New York, New York 10016. 212-679-6800. Fax, 212-679-7016. DoctorsWithoutBorders.org. Delivers emergency medical care. Global Volunteers. 375 East Little Canada Road. St. Paul, Minnesota 55117. 800-487-1074. GlobalVolunteers.org. Health Volunteers Overseas, HVO. epub 65157. Washington, D.C. 20035. 202-296-0928. Fax, 202-296-8018. hvo@aol.com. hvausa.org. International Eye Foundation. 7801 Norfolk Avenue, Bethsaida, Maryland 20814. 301-986-1830. Help the Blind Worldwide. Lalmba Association. 7685 Quartz Street, Arvado, Colorado 80007. 303-420-1810. Fax, 303-467-1232. Medical clinics worldwide. Buffalo Tours. 94 Mame Street, Hoan Kiem, Hanoi, Vietnam. 844382800702. BuffaloTours.com. Cornerstone Foundation. 90 Burns Avenue, epub 242. San Ignacio, Cayo District, Belize. Cornerstone Foundation Belize.org. El Ghana. Block H, Plot 11. Patasi Kumasi, Ghana. 233 24 488 9146. elghana.com. Fiji Aid International. 5764 Terrace Drive, Rocklin, California 95765. 916-848-0270. FijiAidInternational.com. Gesundheit Institute. Box 268. Hillsboro, West Virginia 24946. 304-653-4338. patchadams.org. Los Medicos Voladores. epub 5172. Fair Oaks, California 95628. 800-585-4568. flyingdocs.org. Medical Aid East Timor. 213 North 5th Street, Madison, Wisconsin 53704. 608-241-2473. 8astdmore.org. Mercy Corps. 3030 Southwest 1st Avenue, Portland, Oregon 97291. 503-242-1032. Fax, 503-796-6844. Many projects worldwide. Peaceworks Medical Volunteer Program. 305 Washington Street, SW. Blacksburg, Virginia 24060. 540-953-1376. Fax, 540-552-0119. Peacework.org. Project Hope. Health Sciences Education Center. Millwood, Virginia 22646. 540-837-2100. Fax, 540-837-1813. projhope.org. Volunteers to help improve health clinics worldwide. redcross.org. 800-448-3543. Travelers Worldwide. STE2A. Caravel House. 1719 Goring Road, Worthing, West Sussex. BN 124AP. England. 44190-350-2595. travelersworldwide.com. Turtleville. Box 1147. Carefree, Arizona 85377. 888-299-1439. 480-488-3688. turtleville.org. Senior Volunteer Programs. Volunteering could network you into a paying job. seniorcorps.gov, 800-424-8867, foster grandparents, other activities. SeniorCorps.org, Corporation for National and Community Service. EASI.org, Senior Ranger Corps in the National Parks. ExperienceCorps.org, part of AmeriCorps. Family-Friends.org. JNF.org/CAARI, 888 JNF0099, Canadian American Active Retirees in Israel. NCOA.org, 800-424-9046, Senior Community Service Employment Program. NESC.org, National Executive Service Corps. SCORE.org, Retired Executives. ShepherdCenters.org, 800-547-7073, Christian Group. AARP Volunteer Talent Bank. 601 E St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20049. 202-434-3200. 800-424-3410. AARP.org. Contact them if you want to volunteer. Action. Older American Volunteer Programs. 806 Connecticut Avenue. NW. Number 1006. Washington, D.C. 20525. 800-424-8867. 202-634-9359. Active Retirees in Israel. B'nai B'rith Israel Commission. 1640 Rhode Island Avenue. NW. Washington, D.C. 20036. 800-500-6533. Corporation for National and Community Service Agency. 1201 New York Avenue. NW. 9th FL. Washington, D.C. 20575. 202-606-5000. They offer volunteer and work for pay programs to seniors. Elder Hostel. 11 Ave. De Lafayette. Boston, MA 02111-1746/. POG 1959. Wakefield, Massachusetts 01880. 617-426-7788. 877-426-8056. Elderhostel.org. Worldwide Volunteer Programs. Environmental Alliance for Senior Involvement. 8733 Old Dumfries Road. Catlett, Virginia 20119. 540-788-3274. EASI.org. International Executive Service Corps. 333 Ludlow Street. Stamford, CT 06902/. 257 Park Avenue South. NYC 10010. 212-529-6660. 800-243-4372. Former business types volunteer through this organization. National Council on Aging. 409 3rd Street Southwest. Number 200. Washington, D.C. 20024. 202-479-1200. National Elder Care Institute on Employment and Volunteerism. U. of Maryland. Center of Aging. HHP Building, number 2367. College PK, MD 20742. 301-405-2469. National Park Service. 18th and CSTS. NW. Number 3045. Washington, D.C. 20240. 202-565-1060. nps.gov. Several volunteering programs for seniors where you volunteer and get perks like free camping space. National Retiree Volunteer Coalition. 4915 West 35th Street. Minneapolis, Minnesota 55416. 612-920-7788. 888-733 NRVC. Many volunteer programs. National Senior Service Corps. 1201 New York Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20525. 800-424-8867. If you're a low-income senior, you can get paid to be a foster grandparent for 20 hours a week. They have other programs that make use of your knowledge to help less experienced people in business. Peace Corps. 1990 St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20526. 800-424-8580. peacecorps.gov. Retired Senior Volunteer Program /RSVP. 1201 New York Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20525. 202-606-4851. 800-424-8867. Advocates volunteer work like foster grandparents, Senior Companion Program, other services. Senior Companions Corp. For National Service. 1201 New York Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20525. 800-424-8867. Help the Homebound. Seniors Enriching Educational Roles. San Francisco School Volunteers. 340 Pine Street, 3rd FL. San Francisco, California 94104. 415-274-0257. Senior Environmental Employment Program. C Program. 401 M St. SW. Washington, D.C. 20460. 202-260-2574. Paid opportunities for seniors to help the environment. Service Corps of Retired Executives. SCORE. 409 3rd Street Southwest, 4th FL. Washington, D.C. 20024. 800-634-0245. 800-368-5855. SCORE.org. If you're a retired business person, you can volunteer to help new business owners. Service opportunities for older people. Mennonite Missions. POB 370. Elkhart, Indiana 46515. 219-294-7523. You volunteer somewhere and live there anywhere from 2 weeks to a year. Shepherd's Volunteer Centers of America. 1W Armour. Number 201. KC, Missouri 64111. 800-547-7073. United Way Volunteering. 701 N Fairfax. Alexandria, Virginia 22314. 800-595-4448. Volunteers for Israel. 330 West 42nd Street, 16th FL. NYC 10036. 212-643-4848. Volunteers in Technical Assistance. 1600 Wilson Boulevard. Number 500. Arlington, Virginia 22209. 703-276-1800. Help with technical things like agriculture and housing. Volunteers of America. Number 400. 3939 North Causeway Boulevard, Meteor, Louisiana 70002. 504-837-2652. Fax, 504-837-4200. Foster Grandparent and Senior Volunteer Programs. ZOA Retirees in Israel Program. 4 East 34th Street, New York, New York 10016. 212-481-1500. Volunteer Work in Israel. Chapter 3. World Medical Organizations and Job Websites. Medical organizations and job websites from albany.edu/global-health/working-in-global-health-orgs.php and albany.edu/sph, School of Pubic Health. albany.edu/global-health/index.php, Home. albany.edu/global-health/working-in-global-health.php, Working in Global Health. Multilateral agencies. un.org/n/index.html, United Nations. theglobalfund.org/n, Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria. who.in/n, the World Health Organization, WHO. pao.org/hq, Pan American Health Organization, PAHO. who.in/employment/n, employment page. pao.org/hq/index.php $.com_content&view=article $m. ID equals 1357 and itemid equals 39682 and lang equals n, career opportunities. pao.org/hq/index.php $.com_content&view=article $m. ID equals 3120 and itemid equals 931 and lang equals n, internship program. worldbank.org, World Bank. web.worldbank.org/wb site/external/extjobsnews/0, page K84543006 the site pk84533353,00.html, employment page, for a list of current job openings worldwide and web.worldbank.org/wb site/external/extjobsnews/0, conti. NTMDK2312315 menu PK84535544 page PK84539002 pi PK84533559. The site PK84533353,00.html, internship opportunities. United Nations Children's Fund. UNICEF.org, United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. unicef.org/about/employ, employment page. unicef.org/about/employ/index_internship.html, internship program. Bilateral agencies based in one country only. USAID.gov, United States Agency for International Development. USAID. USAID.gov/careers, employment page. USAID.gov/work-USAID/careers/student-internships, student internships. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. CDC.gov, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. Jobs.cdc.gov, employment page, for a list of job opportunities. cdc.gov/fellowships, pubic health training fellowships. Non-governmental organizations. DoctorsWithoutBorders.org, Doctors Without Borders/Médecins Sans Frontières, MSF. DoctorsWithoutBorders.org/work-us-0, employment webpage. DoctorsWithoutBorders.org/work-us/work-office/office-internships. Paid internships. CARE International. care-international.org, CARE International. care-international.org/take-action/work-for-us.aspx, employment. Webpage. Population Services International. psi.org, Population Services International, PSI. psi.org/about/careers. globalhealth.gov/about-us/careers, globalhealth.gov. globalhealthhub.org/jobs-grants-listings. idealist.org/search, international development job resources. ghcore.org/fellows/apply, Global Health Corps. ghfp.net, Global Health Fellows Program, GHFP, 2. Fellowships opportunities through USAID Global Health, GH, Bureau. fgscholars.org/grid, Foundation for Global Scholars. albany.edu/globalhealth/69453.php, list of current job postings.